You're showing and you're training a staff. Like the gentleman that just came in here during the break of his broker's class to say hello, he was down in Miami in this class. And he says he's training his staff right now. And again, I'm going to have him come in and talk to you all. But he's training them off the operations manual. And he was telling me how it's working. And I was also telling him, look, also go and see some of these Camdens and Post properties and act like you're going to rent from them and see how they're taking you on these tours of their units and mimic some of the things they do and some of the things they say, the way they dress, the way they handle themselves and conduct themselves. You'll see a lot now with the iPads. A lot of floor plans are now on iPads. You'll walk your clients through floor plans with the iPads, go show them a vacant unit, things like that. Most of you are saying, well, I don't have an apartment, I got a single family house. Same thing, the way you show a rental unit, okay? Because right now people are buying, they don't come to buy the rental unit. They actually, the first experience they have is with you. So if you're well dressed, you're well mannered, you're professional, obviously that's going to go a long way. So watch how some of the luxury communities actually show their rental units and steal their ideas. That's all we've done here with the Palms. I mean, I've worked, like I said, 14 years in the industry. I know all the tricks of the trade. I don't have enough income to have a vacant rental 24/7, 7 days a week, okay? Or 365 days a year. I have to rent those units when they become, when someone's interested. I can't keep a model unit all the time. So what we did was we staged our vacant units. 1 or 2 units. If it was a 2-bedroom, we had one to show and one bedroom to show. But we staged it. And we would put silk plants in, things like that. This was about $20 to do this, to make this with the floor mats and things like that, and little flowers and plants. Went to the dollar store, spent about $25, and we dressed the units up. We always want to show the units, in the best light possible. We didn't have the money to put furniture in there, nor did we want to move the furniture around when the tenant bought and rented the unit. So we just staged it accordingly, okay? We also focused on our marketing. Our signage is extremely important. The type of signage we had, how we set our flyers, okay? How we created the flyers. We found also, some of the techniques, and we'll talk about that we have with our signage, that, you want to be conscientious of the type of verbiage that you put on your signage, okay? Great headlines do stand out. So you want to focus on the type of verbiage. We always want to make sure there's a contact number or a website where an individual can go. And typically, you don't want to crowd the banner or the sign with too much. You just want to move-in special, now leasing. These are just some of the age-old. They're never going to change because, number one, they work. So, now leasing, move-in special, free rent. Doesn't that mean you have to say that, you don't have to tell them that you prorate the rent. Just say free rent, get them in the door. And then, you explain to them that it's prorated over, their free rent is prorated over a duration of time, okay, over their 7 or 12-month lease. Then, obviously, what's working for us very well is Craigslist. We focus on pricing. We also can provide property tours on Facebook, property's location, okay? Facebook is another area where we do a lot of marketing because Facebook allows you to create fan pages. So create a fan page for your rental home, your vacation home, your apartment building. It's easy to create fan page. Then you can simply take a video camera and walk the unit and then post that as a model tour. People used to charge good money to come do a model tour for you. Now you can do it with an iPhone, walk, immediately post right to your little fan page, have a link to your main website or a link, to a site where they can download an application and then fax that application into you. You can automate everything right off of Facebook without actually having to have a website. Use Facebook, okay? Facebook and Craigslist to me have been instrumental. The reason why I like Facebook, okay? It's fact. It's fact that it took the radio 38 years to reach 50 million users. It took TV 13 years. It took the internet 4. It took the iPod 3. It took the young man at Facebook just 9 months to get 100 million. And that's why he's valued at 80-something million. His business or his Facebook, before it's not even a public, it's not even an IPO, but it's valued at somewhere right around $80 billion, I believe it is because of the information, the data mining. He who controls eyeballs, it's about data mining information. And the key is if this is where the eyeballs are, then shouldn't your business be there? Shouldn't your business be there?
Yes.
This is where everyone's going. I can guarantee you right now, there's 33 of you, I can guarantee you at least 20% of you have already checked your Facebook while I was up here teaching your status, or I've updated your status, or I've checked on a friend. Bottom line is it's the way of the future. It's the way of the future. So if this guy is commanding this type of audience, then we need to have our product positioned. I mean, again, my publicist focuses, I don't know where my book is, but my publicist focuses with the Buy, Rent, and Profit. You're trying to get on the bestsellers list, like I told you, it's no easy feat. You got to sell 5,000 copies in 1 month. You know, back in the day, before Facebook, you had to get on the road, you had to travel, you had to spend money, now you create a Facebook page and build a fan base off a Facebook page. It's possible, it's feasible to sell 5,000 copies in a month by building, you know, that's how these artists, these record artists now, you know, you can't beat them, you join them. They're Facebooking and releasing their music now because they know people can download. It's where the audience is. It's the wave of the future. Your business, your rental property, your real estate company, it needs to have a fan page. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to
See what the property looked like before we put in plants and things like that, and then after experience, years of experience, I figured out that for curb appeal, such as this, we put in fake plants. Most of you would have not known that these are fake, but they are all fake. So a curb appeal, we put mulch down, and even the mulch is fake. We put mulch down and we put fake plants down, and there's no requirement for watering or anything like that, because it was costing me an arm and a leg, and every time we put out a water hose of water, then the city would come by and say it's not your daily water. And so I was like, you know what, let's just go with it. And people running over the plants and things like that, now when they run over them, we can just bend them right back into shape. They don't require any water. To me, the seal plants, they maintain in the winter, they maintain in the summer, and they have about a 3-year life expectancy. That's it, dust. And then when the wind does that, and the wind does that, and it just, right, yeah, the blower guy, yeah, the less that my guys have to do, the better. But I learned that from Walt Disney World when I was there. I go to Walt Disney World every year, and I learned that trick of the trade when I noticed that some of the plants that they have weren't actually real, but they're mixed in with the real. So, as we did. Again, remember, it was Picasso who said this. Picasso, the artist, said this, not Brian. So when you go back, don't complain to Gold Coast that I said this, because I did. Picasso said, good artists is copy, but great artists is steal. So what he's saying is there's no new ideas. You can sit in a room and try to come up with ideas and concepts, and occupy your day. I don't have a whole lot of time for it, so I'd rather just find something out there and steal it and make it my own. So at the end of the day, that's what I did. I look at Walt Disney World, I see how they market, I see what they do. They have these high-powered research teams. Why argue? Who's going to argue with Walt Disney World and their success? Or McDonald's with their operating success, whether you eat there or not. Think about it. Think about your business and what I'm saying about McDonald's and things like that. Because I can tell you right now, as a business owner individual, okay, these are the things that we have to think about. Let's take a look at phase 1 in our operations manual. Okay, someone ramble off phase 1 to me. It should be moving your prospect tenant in your textbook. The books that I passed out, you're going to go to phase 1. First, things up with the tenant. I asked Billy, I said, Billy, well, how did the prospect tenant hear about us? Billy looks at me, he's like, I don't know, he just called. I need to know how they heard about us, because we need to know what's working, Oh, they heard about us from Facebook. Great, now we know to, keep the advertisement on Facebook going. Because if they didn't hear about us, we get 10 calls this week, and none of the calls came from the newspaper, then do you think we're going to pay that thing is coming from? So you must quantify it. You must first qualify and then quantify. Quantify means if you get 10 callers, you need to quantify how many of them, where are they coming, where are your leads coming from? Because if you're not asking these questions, then you have no idea about your marketing campaign. When are you looking to move in? Well, if they're not looking to move in for 9